Hi, this is a Yesterday's Moose production, and we're here again with Kingsley's Adventure for PS1. We just completed the mission in Seatown, and now we're going to talk to the King and the Queen. Sire, good news! I believe I've discovered my first True Knight items, this fantastic armor and this cool axe. That True Knight armor looks great on you. Yes, good. There's trouble in Porlock Village. Apparently a dragon is terrorizing innocent people. A dragon? Let me at him. Go to Porlock Village through the foxhole in Carrot Castle grounds. Yes, we're finally going to Carrot Castle grounds, which is kind of like the main connection to all of the areas that we will explore. So as per usual, I took a long break between Let's Plays to finish some games such as Kirby's Forgotten Land, Yoshi's Crafted World, and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door for Nintendo Switch. I'm on my ongoing mission to complete games that I already own and try not to buy new ones. That being said, I did buy Luigi's Mansion 2. And I'm really hoping that Nintendo will add a way that you can see your gems at any point in time. Arg, don't hurt me! I know your sort, you're a nasty swordfish. I've had bad experiences with your kind. You're right, I'm a swordfish, but I'm not nasty at all. I've retired. So what are you doing here? I used to live here, but Snuff, the dragon, kept raiding our village for food, so there's no food left anywhere, and I'm going back to Seatown. I'm here to help. Where does the dragon live? Look for his footsteps. Yeah, so somewhere on the ground, his footsteps, they were just over there to the right, but I didn't see them. Full disclosure, I'm recording this audio after the fact because I've noticed that if I record the audio while I'm playing, it can cause issues with the recording. I'll never make that jump, it's too far. So I've decided to keep doing commentary after the fact. It really doesn't affect what I would say or not. I fell down into the green muck. That being said, I did notice that the recording was crashing every 15 minutes or so, 17 minutes, something like that. So there is a bit of an issue. This computer's old. Even though I've upgraded the amount of RAM, it still has some issues here or there. At least now I can record natively in 1080p again. For a long time I wasn't able to do that. So we have an area that reminds me a little bit of Legend of Zelda. Not so much. Our objective is to stop those flames so that we can go into the next area. This is a little bit of a long video because it took me a while to get through everything, but it seems like it's possible that my videos for this game will be getting longer and longer if I want to keep the idea of one mission per video without splitting them up. We'll see if that, if I can maintain that. I might split some up. The only problem with that is that you can only save by going in the foxhole, so leaving the game and coming back would be a little bit of a problem. I'd basically have to remember where I left off and then come back and play up to the point where I left off and start from that point again, which would be a bit problematic. Alternatively, I could just record the whole thing and then split it in two halves. That's a possibility. Originally, this video was just over 53 minutes, something like that, and I cut it down to something like 45 minutes, leaving out a bunch of errors and deaths that were somewhat unnecessary. So this is not a perfect run or playthrough by any means. I did, however, remember a lot of solutions to puzzles and how to proceed. So the objective here is to get this key before the time runs out. And you can't jump from that side, of course. If you see me fumbling around with the controls, once again, it's the arrow keys. I just call them the arrow keys. They don't actually have arrows on them, but the up, down, left, right on the control pad. This game would be infinitely easier with the analog stick. In fact, it'd be so easy, I'd probably clear it a lot faster. And I mentioned it in the previous video, but it is shockingly hard to run straight. I mean, okay, maybe running straight is not so much the issue, it's just that if Kingsley is facing slightly left or right of the direction that you want to go, when you press forward, you're going to go wildly in the wrong direction. So that's a little bit of an issue. So, okay, maybe we won't talk about the control problems again. Just know that I'm experiencing it all the time while playing this game. Platforming also a problem, because if you fall in a pit, you start off right at the edge of the pit, so you can't just jump over right away. You have to back up a bit. So in this section, you have to step on the floor in a specific pattern in order to advance. Your objective is to lower the middle of all of these platforms so that you can get the items. And fortunately, I remembered exactly what the pattern was, which is pretty amazing. So I got a pineapple key. I can just kind of, at my own pace, get the rest of the stuff here. Didn't really need that health, but a 1-up is certainly welcome. In this playthrough, I've learned the value of strafe. Strafing is really useful. I'll talk about that more later when it becomes slightly more relevant, but I'm using it to maneuver Kingsley left and right to get into doorways and other such things. Now I have to get the other key before the time runs out. It sounded like it ran out, but it didn't. And now I have the grape key. It's grape! Need a key to open that chest. It will be in one of the enemies, or perhaps just laying around. One or the other. Oh, there's the key. I truly appreciate the fact that you can block all of the enemy's attacks, with the exception of certain projectiles. You always have to be facing the enemy, of course, to make this possible. But the enemy can also block your attack. And when they attack you is not always televised. So sometimes they will randomly attack you when you're not expecting. And if you're not blocking it, then of course you're going to get hit. Which, you know, seems obvious in video game world. But in this game, it's a little bit more pronounced. having to be more careful with how you attack and dodge. And, well, you can't really dodge with the control scheme. Attack and block. So this green slime or whatever it is that I'm walking on is very slippery, which is why I'm walking very, very slowly. I don't want to fall off the edge. I did fall off a few times, but I've edited out most of the mistakes because there's really no need to see me falling into the pit, if you want to call it that, over and over again. You know, this game, if you added a few more things and whatnot, well, okay, if you added a few more things and made platforming a little bit better and added the ability to save more often and added analog controls and some other stuff, this could probably make for a good new game. They could make another Kingsley's Adventure. I like Kingsley as a character, at least the look of Kingsley. Kingsley's pretty cute. I like the rabbit king and queen. Need a bit of health. So now I gotta get on this cloud to proceed. See, I could have edited out all of that, but I wanted to leave some of the mistakes in. I kind of base my editing on how much progress I make. If I make a lot of progress, then I will generally leave it in the video up to the point where I fail, and then I will edit out any subsequent mistakes, if that makes any sense. I guess I have a method to my editing madness, is what I'm trying to say. Eliminate long, time-consuming mistakes and leave in short, inconsequential mistakes. I know them when I see them. Once again, I have to walk very carefully, make sure not to fall off the edge here. As a reminder, it takes 50 coins to get a 1-up. Gotta love the camera angles. Old school cameras. We all miss them, right? We don't? Oh, okay. I'm also somewhat aware, completely aware that my previous video didn't get very many views. So right now, I'm writing down the colors and the order that they fall in, so that when I get to that point, there we go. Okay, got him. Now I will know what colors to pick. Again, this is reminding me a lot of Banjo-Kazooie and a little bit of Donkey Kong 64, because we have a giant harp, what's it called? Organ. Yeah, that's it. And I gotta hit the notes in the proper order. So blue, green, pink, brown, purple, and black. Ah, swinging pendulums. Gotta love those. Nothing back there. So you might think that you have to jump over these, but you actually just have to walk over them. Ah, spiders. So there's the ultimate goal over there with that guy guarding it, but we don't need to go there yet. We have to go across and get a key. So here's where strafing becomes important. I find it a lot easier to avoid these pendulums if you strafe past them. If you walk straight and try to get the right timing that way, I find it's a little bit more difficult. I'm not sure why that is, but I find this method works for me. You can hit these guys so that they end up in the lava if you want to do that. But I just opted to attack him normally. Okay, now that we got the banana key, we can just head back. Over here by the organ is a door with the banana key. Banana lock. This guy's a little bit easier to tell when he's going to attack because he has the wind up. This key, this area, not so much fun, and we shall see why. Ooh, fell into the lava. Okay, this pendulum we can't strafe to avoid, so we'll have to rely on timing. Okay, now that we have this key, the apple key, we have to go all the way back. Ooh, messed up the timing, but dying is not a problem because we reappear right where we need to use the key. And the music just stopped. So now we just have sound effects. That's great. This is exactly what recording the original Tomb Raider would be like. Oh, get the heart. There we go. Now we have 2 pendulums. And I got hit by one, but I survived. I didn't fall into the lava. That's good. And now that we've hit the switch, we have to go all the way back again to get the key. This is why this section is not so much fun. Going back and forth, back and forth. I mean, the layout changes a little bit. You have to jump over a few more things and whatnot. Avoid some more pendulums. But basically, you're just traveling the same path. Another pineapple key. And great, we have the background music back. Okay. So in this area, it's good to just get rid of the enemies first, so that we don't have to deal with them. Kind of wish they always dropped hearts. That would be nice. Maybe Psygnosis just thought, oh, it'd be too easy if all of the enemies dropped hearts. They just gotta randomly drop hearts or something like that. Actually, I'm not sure if it's random. Maybe it's just specific enemies that always drop hearts. Okay, now we gotta hit these switches in a particular order so that we can get the key in the middle. And that was not the correct order, so I will start from this one. And that's good enough. As long as we can get to the key, that's good enough. Got a banana key again. This reminds me of an area of Donkey Kong 64 where there's a thing that follows you and lights your path. Or is it just randomly scattered lights? I can't remember exactly, even though I've played Donkey Kong 64 like a bajillion times. I'm working on going through that again, by the way. Figured it was time to get another 101% on the game. Right now I'm trying to figure out the best way to get through, what is it? The woods with the giant clock. Tick-tock woods? Clock woods? Something to do with time and woods. I really don't need to hit this switch, by the way, because it just opens. Oh, wait. What am I saying? Yes, that's where I do need to go. It's another switch that is only useful for backtracking. Again, no heart. If I only had a heart, am I right? So this is where this switch is only good for backtracking. At this point, I'm wondering if I need to hit this switch, but I don't. At least not right now. That key would be nice. There's our heart. Help me! Snuff trapped me in this cage. You're my only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Wow, you're the fattest mouse I've ever seen. My name's Tartrazine, and I've been stuck in this cave for ages. Luckily for me, Nando the chef has been kind enough to feed me with Snuff's leftovers. I'm here to have a few stern words with Snuff. Do you know where he is? Yeah, he's in the dining room. Here, you'll need this key to get there. Go back the way you came and use it to unlock the other door in the room with the moles. Good luck, I'm off to find the chef now. Why would this mouse have the key? Wouldn't they have taken the key before putting the mouse in the cage? I mean, where would the mouse hide the key? Yeah, best not to ask such questions. So now is when we need to hit that switch, but it's better to get rid of this guy first. See, I'm really worried that if I let my guard down that he'll just attack me and I'm really close to dying. Ooh. Big rocks on ropes. I got hit, but I didn't lose any health. That's nice. Now, I remember that one of these boxes explodes, but I'm not sure which one. Okay, it's gonna be this box. Ninja flip! Ninja flip! I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it's called in the instructions, by the way. Ninja flip. And then my capture card crashes and I have to start over again. For me, the screen just froze, so I pressed pause, and then I just gotta hope that the enemy doesn't defeat me. You know, in case it didn't actually go in on pause. At least I wasn't jumping over anything at the time. Ah, I fell into the lava. Got another apple key. And I have a key. Must go back and open that chest. Ooh, 1-up. Okay, that's useful. Ooh, boss time. A tasty little fox. What can I do for you? His name is Snuff. I've come about the food that you've been stealing from Porlock Village. Porlock Village? Oh yes, that tasty little place. It's lovely there, isn't it? I've got sirens going on outside. Not at the moment. Everyone's starving because you keep taking all their food. Alright then, what are you going to do about it? So I find it's best to keep moving and avoid the projectiles. You can't block the projectiles, but you can block his direct attacks. It's not even a good idea to get that health on the table because that can hurt you, cause you to die. Don't try to open the chests because that's not a good idea either. Don't let him get the high ground because he'll get you that way as well. Just like in Revenge of the Sith, if he gets the high ground, he's already won. So just keep moving. Attack him as much as possible when you can. Attacking him will stun him a little bit, so you can try to get in more attacks than you would normally get with other enemies. It also doesn't knock him back very far, so that's useful. can hear in the music the sharpening of a knife, which is kind of interesting for background music. My health is not looking good right now, but neither is Snuff's. Attack, attack, attack. Oh no, I didn't expect that to happen. Serves you right for being so greedy. Serves me right, you've mortally wounded me. All I ever did was steal some food. I see your point, but I'm an apprentice true knight. I'm supposed to fight dragons. Now I have a knife and fork, which will become useful. Now it's time to open the boxes. Spiders, no! Why does it always have to be spiders? May as well get my health back. So if you're thinking, wow, everything must be done now. No, 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 no. Not done yet. Must do more. Kingsley, let me introduce Snuff's chef. Hello, I'm afraid you'll be looking for a new boss. That's okay. I didn't like it here very much anyway. There's tons of food in here. We must take it back to Porluck. So we got a conveyor belt situation going on here. So here's the thing I don't quite get. I just came in through the door, right? I will finish what I was saying momentarily because I'm going to go back eventually. So I'll talk to him. Wow, you've defeated Snuff. I can finally return to Porluck. Glad to be of service, but how are we going to get all this food back to Porluck? Well, Snuff became so fat and lazy that he had a machine built to bring the food directly to his cave. You have to flick all the switches to reverse it. Chef and I will go ahead and spread the good news. Okay, so we came in through the door. Is this a different door now, or is this the same door? Because if it's the same door, then how do we get to this different area? Now we have this section with automated treadmills. And we have to flick all the switches. This is another area where platforming is very wonky. Fortunately, there are steps on both sides of the not a treadmill, conveyor belt. Why did I say treadmill? I mean, they both move automatically. Yeah, that's a thing. Does a conveyor belt become a treadmill if you use it for running on? So that's like switch number 3, I believe. And I don't need to jump on this box right now, but it is helpful. helpful. No, that's gonna push me off again. But I'm close to my goal anyway. So I believe this one does require me to get on a box. Jumping on a box is not as easy as it seems. There we go. And now the conveyor belt is going in the other direction. So we can just follow it directly back to where we were before. I mean, technically I could just fall off the right hand side and go up the stairs and whatnot, and then jump back on. But I find it more fun to just follow the conveyor belt. And now I'm in a different place. I'm back in town. Nando tells me you've saved Porlek Village. Now I have lots of chocolate to eat. Maybe killing that dragon wasn't such a good idea? Thanks again, Kingsley, for your help. Come with me to see the blacksmith, and we'll see if he can make you something out of Snuff's knife and fork. Hello, Mr. Blacksmith. I've got Snuff's knife and fork. Can you make a weapon out of them for me? What? You defeated Snuff? Well done! I'd be honored to make you a shining new sword. Here it is, but something strange has happened. It's incredibly heavy, and it seems to have sharpened itself. This must be magical. Well, yes, this must be my true knight sword. It's a bit heavy, though. You'll need this old pair of gloves to wield the sword. Wait a minute, the sword is really light now. These are true knight gloves. I must return to Carrot Castle and report to the king and queen. I wonder if I can use these gloves in Sea Town. I can, but I won't right now, because that will be saved for later. And that's it for this part of the adventure. I just got to go back to the castle. So thank you very much for watching. This has been a Yesterday's Moose production, and I'll see you next time.